It's definitely a milestone moment.
The purchasing power is strong, the appreciation of culture is very strong.
The Korean art market has really been booming these past couple of years, and just now it's gaining attention internationally.
The current reputation of Korean artists has gone up much more compared to 10 years ago. They're demonstrating strong auction results in and out of Korea. Their sales have increased dramatically as well.
South Korea is making its mark on the art world. In 2017, its contemporary art market was valued at $378 million. That number is expected to surpass $700 million in 2022, according to a report by the Korea Arts Management Service. While still small compared to the global art market, which was valued at $65 billion in 2021, it's seeing a lot of buzz and interest. Frieze is known as one of the largest contemporary art fairs in the world. It just opened its first edition in Seoul, featuring over 110 galleries coming from 21 countries.
The market here has deep roots and strong foundations, but it is trending younger and to a broader audience. I think Frieze choosing Seoul for their launch in Asia really validates what's happening.
Renowned international galleries like Paik, Paik, and Lehman Maupin are expanding their footprint here, demonstrating their faith in the market.
It has everything. It has great artists, great traditions, great institutions. I think the potential and the trend is big, partly because of the stability Korea brings.
And purchasing activity from South Korean collectors in the contemporary art sector increased 258% in 2021 from the year before, according to auction house Phillips. So what's fueling this growth?
I think the fact that they weren't traveling as much, that gave an opportunity to sort of explore, the local art scene and to learn more about that. I think that was something that's not just exclusive to Korea. You've seen that sort of globally.
I'm thinking Hong Kong and therefore China, Southeast Asia, or even Korean collectors couldn't enter Hong Kong because of the COVID restrictions. Korea is looking like a very stable haven in East Asia.
The tax rates are very favorable for collecting art. Taxes are exempt for artworks that cost under approximately $50,000 US. Taxes are exempt for living artists.
With technological development, it's become much easier to promote shows and artwork. Previously, we had to gather all the media, do a press conference, and send out exhibition brochures. These days, we can just post a photo on Instagram and people will come.
I would say that our connection to exchanging visual art images has grown through the internet social platform.
We've definitely seen a huge surge of young collectors in their 20s and 30s. A lot of them are internationally educated, so they don't have a problem with contacting galleries abroad, and they're very proactive about their research.
The younger generation started seeing the collection as a type of asset, like stock or Bitcoin. Gen Z and millennials realise you can buy art, hang it on a wall, and show it off through social media, and that's become a medium to express one's identity, as well as a tool of investment.
Seoul-based designer Tae Yang has been accumulating his own collection of art for around 10 years.
Collecting art, it could be a very good investment tool, but I want people to invest more on what they could learn from this process. We cannot forget their contribution to art history. These active groups of young collectors, they are not just filled with all this data, but they really know how to utilize that. And I think it's very different from our older generations of collectors.
Despite such growth and declarations of Seoul as Asia's new art capital, many say Hong Kong isn't giving up its crown just yet. Hong Kong's $3 billion art market still has the largest concentration of blue-chip international galleries in Asia. And Seoul's auction market is still a fraction of the size of China's. In the first half of the year, it saw $115.5 million in fine art sales, compared with China's $2.4 billion.
South Korea was and will remain a hub. Is it going to replace part of Asia, like China and Hong Kong? And the truth is, we don't know. We'll be able to judge it probably in 10, 15 years.
This is also a calling for the local galleries to foster and cultivate the careers of local artists and remain an individual presence within the Korean art scene.
People know Korean film, they know K-pop, they know fashion design. Of course, why wouldn't art be as strong? And it is as strong.